Hi all, Erin Zen Warrior here. So I want to get on with talking about different types of people and what is the most successful type of attitude you're going to have when you come to work with a trainer, or even come to work and shift things in your own reality. And so for practitioners, this will be a fun little topic. And for people that are wanting to use a practitioner, I think this is also really important for you to understand. Because you're going to get better results that way. However, before I get onto that topic, just a quick reminder, I have next Monday coming up a really cool there's so many bugs around at the moment, excuse me while I fight them. I have a really cool challenge coming up. It's a 5-day challenge, 15 minutes every day of play. I might actually post a little video later of me just playing around to give you some idea. But I actually want to extend the play beyond the kind of play I might do into the kind of play that might be relevant to you. So by all means, we'll have a discussion group as well. And there's a Facebook group where we can discuss what different ideas around the kind of training we do and how we might want to play with that. So it's an awesome opportunity also for you to extend the range of your skills within what you already work on and within your skill set. If you're a runner, it might be different ways to run, or things that might enhance running that can be playful as well. If you're a bodybuilder or a weight trainer or a power lifter, there might be a few things in there that we can talk about that could be interesting to extend that and also make it more lighthearted. But I will throw a link in for that challenge so that you can join in. It's absolutely free. I'm going to give you 15-minute videos every day of the 5-day challenge. And also we're going to be able to discuss and expand and support each other as well, so we can start playing and posting different things. Now, back onto my topic. So my topic is talking about the different types of people that I see come to someone like me and that go to different practitioners and why they might be successful or not successful. I'm a holistic practitioner. There's a few types of people that come to me, but there are 3 main types. And first split into 2 basic categories. The type that actually aren't going to be able to work with me at all because what I do requires a fairly open mind. And that doesn't mean that there's anything wrong with those people. But what I find is that I can recognize, even from the conversation we have on email, that I'm just not the right trainer for them. And so it's not meant to be offensive, but sometimes I find myself saying, you know what, I don't think this is going to be a fit. It's just like any job or any team environment or any partnership. This is a team setup. And actually, as much as I have a lot of expertise, or someone like me might have a lot of expertise and be able to help you a lot, we can't do it for you. And so the type of person that might actually stay in the group that sticks with me might be the kind of person that actually wants me to do it for them. And they also kind of can sweep some of their guilt under the rug from not doing what they need to do by basically paying me to show up for them. The problem with this is it becomes very dissatisfying over time for both people. I want to see you guys get results, and you want to see you get results. So there's we call them the pill poppers, basically, or I call them the pill poppers. It's the person that'll take the pill to get rid of the problem instead of actually work on getting rid of the problem. Doesn't mean I'm calling them drug addicts, not by any stretch of the imagination, but I'm saying that they're looking for a quick fix or an easy solution that they can pay for but not necessarily invest anything else in. Often great people, often love them very much, but often find that we're always just dragging our heels. From my perspective, I hope that that person eventually becomes the next type of person, which is my teammate. So moving on into a category of someone who really struggles to get things moving, but is willing to try and is willing to accept critique and try different things to get moving. And that person will get somewhere. It'll take time. It'll take discipline. It'll take reinforcing discipline. It will take accepting the fact that you don't always get it right, or you don't always do everything that you should. That's actually a valuable lesson for all of us, especially the overachievers of us in life, is that actually it's worth accepting failure and then getting yourself back up again. And so that person that's not very good at motivating themselves, they struggle to get back up again. So a lot of what we do is we work on getting back up again, and it being okay that you fell down in the first place. Then you've got like your superstar, basically. And your superstar is super enthusiastic. They're super open-minded. They'll try anything once, maybe even twice. You tell them to eat, and I am thinking of one person in particular who may be listening to this right now. You tell them to eat sauerkraut and stuff like that. The next thing you know, they're making it. They're pickling it on their bench. You say, go do kombucha or something like that. The next thing you know, they're making kombucha at home. Like, that superstar element's awesome. And what happens with them is they get so enthusiastically involved in what they're doing, and they become so involved in what they're doing. They get the best results. They get the quickest results. And actually, what's also good with them is they are going to fall, just like everybody. We all fall off our wagon or out of our disciplines. What happens with them is they see the process, they understand the process, and they know that as my teammate and me as their teammate, my teammate is to give them a reflection of what they're doing. And as my teammate, their job is to get back up on the horse. And it doesn't mean that that has to be right now. It means that we have a good conversation with that and we plan that. And we also look at it as something that we do slowly. So we don't go, oh, well, you didn't go to the gym at all last week, so this week you're going to go 5 times. We go, oh, so you didn't go to the gym at all last week and you didn't actually move much at all. Well, how about you get up and you take a 15-minute walk every day at lunch? But let's just say as long as you do that twice this week, that's a tick. And if you do it 5 days, that's a tick and a plus, or a tick and a star. But just even twice to do it is a good start. And then maybe we get you at the gym once next week, And if you go twice, extra tick. But just getting them flowing and stuff like that. Then there's the next type. So you've got your like super enthusiastic, ready to go kind of person who's just going to get involved and wants to try everything new. Then you've got your next type who's usually got more than half a clue. The diet's pretty well honed in. They're potentially a little bit perfectionistic. I'm definitely perfectionistic. This would be me actually coming to a trainer, and I definitely use trainers and people like myself all the time. I believe in the system. That is my job. I'm going to turn up. I already know what I'm talking about, so that can be a bit daunting from a practitioner level, or it can be a lot of fun. It depends. It can be a bit daunting. It depends on how the person comes across, to be honest. But this person is going to burn themselves big time. And from a holistic perspective, this is a real difficulty because you kind of have to, in my experience, you kind of have to let them burn themselves out. So this type of person, like I said, sort of explaining myself here, we're going to go to the gym 5 to 7 days a week. We're going to fast the days that we say we're going to fast. We're going to eat the green vegetables. We're going to skip the sugar. We're going to do all the things. We're maybe going to look at you sideways if you suggest something we don't agree with or that we don't want to give up. And actually that's where we run into difficulty, is that this person is going to want to do 5 times of the favorite class a week, which might be CrossFit, which is a high intensity training. And the problem with the high intensity training is that if you do too much of it, you can push yourself out of balance. So you're going to throw too much stress into your system, potentially. They may also be the very extreme yogi and going to lots of hot yoga classes. Well, this can be too much hot yoga, too much sweating in a sauna whilst doing really extreme stuff. When our natural climate is very different, can be too hard on the kidneys. And so you're going to see emotional disruptions to that person because the kidney represents, and adrenals, which are attached to the kidney, represents anxiety and fear. So you're going to see stress in a very different way. And also that's a hormonal center. So that hormonal center is going to get more stressed out by sweating all the time. So that person is kind of going to need to hit a wall and then come back. Along that line, if they can work out that they're going to hit a wall because I can give them some information, or maybe they listen to this and recognize themselves as that alpha perfectionist type, and this applies to work as much as training or health, internal health. It's like, if you can recognize that and follow the advice of your trainer, you may be able to avoid hitting the wall. Also, I hit the wall many times in my life with my training and my health. And what I learned was, you've got to find your hum. So the super enthusiastic one, which is kind of the step before, is almost the perfect client, because they're happy to fall off the wagon and get back on. The super alpha client, it's a lot of fun to train, that's usually really fit and got a lot going for them. The problem with them is that, especially if they're female, they're more at risk for hitting that wall. And so almost what I want to teach them is take a step back. It's actually easier to get what you want, and your body is cleverer than you think if you take that step back. So yeah, I guess that's sort of 4 types of clients. The one that really needs a lot of help to get motivation, the one that's super enthusiastic, super motivated, super easy to get into everything, that's just going to need to be also brought back online every now and again and just fed more information and kept enthusiastic and keep giving them like the fun stuff. And then you've got that one that's almost a bit hard, like diamond perfectionist hard, that's pushing, that I want to tone back a bit, because I used to do that and I damaged my body doing that. So it's really important to understand that I can get 97% pushing really hard, but I might screw myself up. Or I can get 95% not pushing as hard, and I can have a lot more fun, have a lot more energy, be a lot more functional in life, not take the emotional hit, not mess up my endocrine system, not eventually having to do what I did, which was a massive rebuild. And then there's also that type of client that you just have to accept isn't for you. So I hope that was somewhat interesting. Which type of client do you think you are? Write it down below. For those of you who say that you're not my client, screw you too. No, total appreciation. If you think that you're not the kind of client for me, I'd be really curious to know why you think that. And if you think that you're the perfectionist, I'd love to know what you feel is like the thing that trips you up the most, or the thing that you can't let go of. For me, it was running. I used to want to run every day. If you're watching this on YouTube, give me a like and subscribe. If you're watching this here, please comment and make a comment. I'd love to hear what you have to say. Bye. Oh, and don't forget to sign up for my challenge.